Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to automate home cleaning service booking. So I run a home cleaning service business and want my clients to book cleaning and select their cleaning type by WhatsApp. So for that I am going to build a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. So in this video firstly we are going to create a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if a user will send a message, an automatic reply will be sent to them. So if you also want to build this automation, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video I am going to show you how you can create an amazing chatbot for your home cleaning service bookings. So right before you on my screen you can see this is the flow I have created for creating my chatbot, and this chatbot is going to reduce my manual workload by providing me automations. So here you can see this is the flow I have created, and not only this chatbot is also going to save the responses provided by your customers in your Google Sheet so that you can maintain a proper record. So now I am going to show you how you can build this automation from scratch, but before that I am going to show you the real working demo of this automation. So for that let's move on to my WhatsApp with me. So here you can see I have already opened my WhatsApp, and now I am going to send a message to the number which I have already connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account, and here this number is saved as my test number. So now let's enter a message over here. So here I am going to enter this message that is, "Hi, I want to book cleaning service," and afterwards we are getting a welcome message which says, "Hi, welcome to Spark Home Cleaning. What service do you need?" And here we are getting two buttons, that is book cleaning and view services. So now let's select our first button, that is book cleaning, and here as I have selected my first button I am getting a message which consists of the list for the cleaning type. So now let's open this list and check the services. So here you can see in this list we are getting some of the services. So now let's select our first cleaning type, that is full home cleaning. So here as I have selected the first item of my list, I am getting a message which is asking me to share my address for cleaning service. So now let's enter our address over here. So here I am going to enter this address, and afterwards we are getting a message which is asking me to enter the date for cleaning service. So now let's enter our date over here. So here you can see I am going to enter this date, and afterwards we are getting a message which is asking me to select the timing. So now let's enter our timing over here. So here I am going to enter this timing, and afterwards we are getting a message for confirmation of cleaning, and here you can see we are getting personalized message, means the service which I have recently entered and the address and date and time which I have recently entered in this chatbot. So here you can see our chatbot is also sending a personalized message, and here we are getting two buttons, that is confirm and cancel. So here I am going to simply click over this confirm button, and here as I have clicked over this confirm button I am getting a thank you message. And now here you can see our first button is working properly, and now I am going to show you the working of my second button, that is view services. And as I have selected my second button, that is view services, I am getting a message, and afterwards I am getting a PDF of the cleaning services. So here you can see our chatbot is very amazing, even providing the media messages also. And here you can see our chatbot is working properly. But now let's check whether this data is saved over the Google Sheet or not for maintaining the record. So here you can see this is the Google Sheet I have created named as cleaning service, and here we are getting four fields, that is service selected, address, date and time, and here we are getting the same data which I have recently entered over my chatbot. So here you can see our chatbot is working properly. So now I am going to show you how you can create an amazing chatbot like this for your own business. So for that you just have to access Pabbly Chatflow, and for accessing the Pabbly Chatflow you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/chatflow, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly. And here you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. If you are an existing user you can simply click over this sign in, and if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Chatflow you get 100 free credits every month for practicing the chatbot. But before that I am going to tell you about Pabbly community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly community where automation users, marketers and business owners gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant updates regarding regarding using the Pabbly applications. So you can also join Pabbly community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly community, you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow again, and here I am going to simply click over the sign in, as I already have an account on Pabbly Chatflow. And once you finish your sign up, you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page, and here you can see we are getting these products of Pabbly. And as we are going to create a chatbot, we just have to use Pabbly Chatflow. And as we are going to save the data to the Google Sheet, for that we have to integrate our Pabbly Chatflow and the Google Sheet. And for that integration, we have to use Pabbly Connect. But firstly, we are going to use Pabbly Chatflow for creating the chatbot. So now we just have to click over this Access Now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Chatflow, which can be seen here. So here you can see this is the dashboard page of Pabbly Chatflow, and these are the numbers I have connected to my account. So you can also add your WhatsApp number by just clicking on this Add WhatsApp Number button, and here you can see we are getting two options, that is WhatsApp Connect and Manual Token Connect. So if you want to integrate your WhatsApp number, you can simply click over this WhatsApp Connect, and if you want to connect with token number, you can simply click over this Manual Token Connect. So if you want to learn more about the process of adding your WhatsApp number to the Pabbly Chatflow, you can find video link in the description given below. Now moving on to the sidebar, you can see these are the features provided by Pabbly, and if you want to learn more about these features, you can find link in the description given below. And now as we are going to create a chatbot, we firstly have to create flows for that, and for that you simply have to click over the flows given on the sidebar. And as you will click over these flows, you will be getting this flow builder page, and here you can see these are the flows I have created. So you can also create your own flow. For that you simply have to click over this Add Flow button, and we will be landed to the flow page, and here you can see we are getting the option for entering the flow name. So now let's provide a name to our flow here. So here I am providing it the name Automate Home Cleaning Service Booking. You can provide name according to you. Now moving on further, we are getting the option for trigger. So trigger is the action which is going to initiate our chatbot, and on this trigger we are getting the option for trigger events. So here you can see these are the trigger events we are getting, but I am going to keep it as the same, that is keyword regex match. So now you might be thinking, what is this keyword and regex? So keyword is basically the word which is going to initiate our chatbot. Now let's say I want to initiate my chatbot as soon as someone will type this message, that is hello. So for that I have to make that specific word hello as my keyword. So here you can see I have entered this hello word, and after that I am going to press enter key, and here our one keyword is ready. But I am going to remove this keyword because I am going to use regex. So now let's remove it from here, and afterwards we are getting the option for regex. So regex is basically the short form for the regular expressions. These are used for the specific user input, and if you want to trigger any message, you can enter regex like this. And now as we are done with our trigger, I am going to send a welcome message to my customer. So for that you just have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting the option for text button. So by selecting text button, you can provide any message to your customers. So here I am going to enter a welcome message for my customers. So here you can see I have entered this welcome message for my customer, and now I am going to add some buttons. So for that you simply have to click over this add button, and here we have to enter the text of our first button. So now let's create our first button over here. So here I have created my first button, and likewise I am going to create my another button. So here you can see I have created my both buttons, and now as soon as someone will click over this book cleaning button, I am going to provide them list message. So for that you just have to drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting the option for list. So just select it and you will be getting this list message, and here I am going to create a list for the cleaning type, and here in this list message it is asking me to enter header, body and footer for the list. So now let's enter a body for our list here. So here you can see I have entered this body for my list. Now I am going to add some items to my list. So for that you simply have to click over this add section, and you will be getting the option for entering the section titles. So now let's provide the section title over here. So here I am providing my section title as cleaning type. Now I am going to add some items to my list. So for that you simply have to click over this add items, and here I am going to enter the title of my first item. So here you can see I have created the first item of my list. Now likewise I am going to create my many more items to my list. So here, as I'm done with my creation of my list, now I'm going to provide all these items the contact custom field. Now you might be thinking why I'm providing the contact custom field to all these items, because contact custom field help us to store extra information about our customers. So as I want to save the cleaning tab which my user will select, I'm going to provide all these items the contact custom field. So for that you just have to go to actions, and here you can see we are getting the option for set custom field. So you just have to select it and you will be getting this contact custom field action. So now let's firstly connect this full home cleaning item to this contact custom field action, and from here you can select your contact custom fields. So here you can see these are the contact custom fields I have created, and now I am going to select this contact custom field, that is services. So you can also create your own contact custom field. For that you just have to go to settings, and here you can see we are getting the option for contact custom fields. But before that you have to save your flows so that your data doesn't get lost. And as you will click over this contact custom field, you will be landed to the contact custom field page which I have opened here. So here you can see this is the contact custom fields page, and now you simply have to click over this add more field button, and here you have to provide the field name, and afterwards you simply have to click over the save button and your contact custom field will be saved. And here I have already selected my contact custom field as services, and here I am going to enter the value, that is full home cleaning. So here you can see I have provided this item, that is full home cleaning, the contact custom field services. Likewise I am going to provide the contact custom fields to my another list items also, so that I can save if my user selects them also. So here you can see I have provided the contact custom fields to my another items also, and for all these items I have selected the contact custom field as services. Now as soon as someone will select any of these services, I am going to ask some questions from my customer. So for that you simply have to go to actions, and here you can see we are getting the option for ask question. So you just have to select it and you will be getting the question action. So here you can enter the question which you want to ask from your customer. Now let's connect all these contact custom field actions with this question note. Now here I am going to enter a question asking for the full address of my customer. So here you can see I have entered this question asking for the home address, and the contact custom field I have selected is address, and the format I have selected is any. Now likewise I am going to ask some more questions from my customers. So here you can see I have entered two more questions asking for the date and the timing, and here I have selected the contact custom field date and the format as date, and as I have selected my format as date I am getting the option for entering the number. So here it is basically asking you to enter the number of attempt you want to provide to your customer, and afterwards I have entered this another question asking for the timing. Now as soon as my customer will answer all these questions, I am going to send them personalized message with their booking details. So for that you just have to drag and drop and select text button, and here in this message I am going to enter my personalized message for the booking details. So here you can see I have entered this message where I have entered the service, and after service I have entered a word, that is $services. So $services is the contact custom field which we have recently selected for these list items. Now as soon as someone will select any of these list items, the name of the service will be replaced in this personalized message, and afterwards I have entered the address and date and time. So these fields will be also replaced as soon as my user will provide me the answer. So here we are done with this. Now I am going to add some buttons to this message. So for that you simply have to click over this add button, and here I am going to create my two buttons, that is confirm and cancel. So here you can see I have created my two buttons. Now as soon as someone will click over this confirm button, I am going to save the responses provided by my customers in my Google Sheet for storing my data. So for that you just have to click over this API request action. By using this API request we are going to connect our Pabbly Chatflow and Pabbly Connect. So as you will click over this API request, you will be getting the API request action. So now let's connect this confirm button with this API request action, and here it is asking me to enter my webhook URL. So for getting the webhook URL we have to go to Pabbly Connect. So now if you remember I have told you about all Pabbly apps page where we were getting the Pabbly Connect app. So here you can see in this all Pabbly apps page we are getting the Pabbly Connect. So you just have to click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect where we are going to create a workflow. So you simply have to click over this create workflow button, and here we are getting the option for selecting the workflow builder. So here I am going to select this newly launched workflow builder, that is beta. So for that you simply have to click over the select button, and here we have to provide a name to our workflow. So here I am going to provide it the same name which I have provided to my chat flow. So here I have provided the name, and afterwards I am going to select my folder as Pabbly Chatflow. Now we simply have to click over this create button, and we will be landed to the workflow page. And here on this workflow page, it is asking me to add the trigger. So trigger is our first application, or the application which is going to initiate our workflow. So in this case, I want to initiate my workflow as soon as a new message is received over the Pabbly Chatflow. So for that you simply have to click over this add trigger button, and here you can see it is asking me to select my app. So here I am going to select my app as Pabbly Chatflow, which can be seen here. So here I am going to select it, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as new message received. And now we simply have to click over this connect button, and here you can see we are getting the webhook URL which we have to paste to the Pabbly Chatflow on the API request. So now let's copy this webhook URL, and now let's move on to our Pabbly Chatflow again. And here, as I have clicked over this webhook URL, I am getting this API request page where it is asking me to select my request method. So here I am going to select it as post, as I want to post my data over the Google Sheet. And here I am going to paste the webhook URL which I have received from the Pabbly Connect. And now on the parameters section, it is asking me to enter the key and select the contact custom field. So here I am going to enter my first key as service selected. So here I have created my first key, that is service selected, and afterwards I am going to select my contact custom field as services, which we have recently selected for our list items. So here I am done with my first key, and likewise I am going to create many more keys for storing my data. And here I have selected my another key, that is address, date and the timing, and on that basis I have selected my contact custom fields also. Now we simply have to click over this test button, and here you can see we are getting this pop-up which says API request successful, means we might have received the response over the Pabbly Connect. So now let's move on to the Pabbly Connect again, and here you can see we are receiving a response, that is response A, with the same field which we have recently added to the API request. Now as we are done with our trigger setup, we just have to set up our action app. So for that you simply have to click over this add new action step button, and you will be landed to the action setup page. And here, as I am going to add my data to the Google Sheet, I am going to select my action app as Google Sheet, which can be seen here. So here I am going to select it, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as add new row, as I want to add the new rows for the new responses. And afterwards we simply have to click over this connect button, and we will be landed to the connection page of the Google Sheet. So if you already have an existing connection, you can use select existing connection, and if you want to build a new connection, you can simply click over this add new connection button and sign up with your Google account. But here I am going to use select existing connection. Now we simply have to click over the save button for saving the connection, and here you can see we are getting some of the fields. And here you can see the first field we are getting is for selecting the spreadsheet. So from here I am going to select my this spreadsheet, that is cleaning service, which I have created. So here you can see this is the sheet I have created named as cleaning service. So on the Pabbly Connect I have already selected it, and afterwards we are getting some of the fields. So here I am going to map these fields. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is inserting the data from the previous step, so you don't have to enter your values again and again. The fields will be replaced as the new responses arrived. So here I am going to map the service selected from the response which I have received from the Pabbly Chatflow. So here I am going to select it, and here you can see we are getting this field, that is service selected. And now as soon as someone will enter the service selected, the response will be replaced and my data will be saved to the Google Sheet. Now you might have got it that our Pabbly Connect and Pabbly Chatflow are amazing. And afterwards I am going to map my another field such as address, date and time. So here I have mapped my address, and afterwards I have mapped my date also, and now I am going to map my time also. So these responses will be replaced as the new responses will be arrived. Now we simply have to click over the save and send test request, and as I have clicked over the save and send test request, I am receiving a positive response. So now let's move on to the Google Sheet, and here you can see we are receiving the contact custom field which we have recently added added to the API request. Now as soon as someone will provide the answer, the responses will be saved in this Google Sheet. Now let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow again, and here I am going to simply click over the save button, and afterwards I am going to add my status fallback. So now status fallback is the final message which we are going to send to our customers. So now let's drag and drop and select text button, and here I am going to enter a thank you or confirmation message. So here you can see I have provided the thank you message. Now let's enhance our second button as we are done with our first button. So here you can see our second button is view services. So now I am going to provide the PDF of the services provided by my business. So for that I am going to provide the text and media also. So firstly let's select our text button over here, and here I am going to enter a message. So here you can see I have entered this message, and now I am going to add a media for providing PDF of the cleaning services. So for that you simply have to click over this add content, and here you can see we are getting the option for media. By selecting media you can provide any type of media such as audio, video, document, etc. to your customers. And here it is asking me to select the media type. So here I am going to select my media type as document, and afterwards it's asking me to enter or paste the URL or drag or drop the file here. So here I am going to drag the file. So here you can see in my download section I am getting this file, that is cleaning services, which I am going to select. And now as soon as I have selected this file, I have already got the URL for this file. So here we are done with this, and with this we have created our flow. So you can also create a flow like this for automating your all tasks for your business. Now we simply have to save this flow. So for that you just have to click over the save button. So you can also save your flow by just clicking on the save button. And now I am going to show you how we are receiving message from our customer and how we are sending them the automated replies. So for that you just have to move to my inbox with me, which can be seen on the sidebar. So now let's select it. So as I have clicked over this inbox, I am landed to my inbox page, and here you can see these are the numbers I have connected to my account, and on this particular number you can see I am successfully receiving message from my customer, and our automated replies are successfully sent or delivered to them. And one point has to be noticed that this is following the path which we have recently created through our flow. Means if a user sends us a message, we are going to send them a welcome message. And now if the user selects our first button, that is book cleaning, we are going to provide them list of the cleaning types. So here we are done with our chatbot, and we have successfully created it, and our data is also getting saved. So you can also create an amazing automation like this by just using Pabbly Chatflow, and can integrate Pabbly Connect for saving your data. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations like this. And if you want to practice this flow, you can find link in the description given below. So thank you for watching this video. So you can create many more chatbots like this by using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries you can write it on forums.pabbly.com. But if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Chatflow for free now.